Did Greg Sankey, as he was talking to reporters in Destin, Florida yesterday, did he give clues? Or as Pete Thamel described it, did Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, leave breadcrumbs on where the ultimate destination is going to be for the Southeastern Conference when they finally, in the open, say what they want in the college football playoff format in 2026 and beyond? Welcome to episode 436 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button if you like our content. Share the video with your family and friends. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get to it. Pete Thamel article out early this morning, Tuesday, May 27th. He published it late last night. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey opened up the league's annual meetings Monday by saying he's open-minded. He's still open-minded about the format of the college football playoff while leaving some breadcrumbs about what he thinks are priorities in the conference decision-making. With the SEC's athletic directors, presidents, and coaches converging in Destin, Florida this week, the future of the college football playoff in 2026 and beyond is one of the central issues facing the league. That's in part because the playoff format decision is kinetic as it impacts the SEC's football schedule going to 9 games and some type of down-the-road scheduling partnership with the Big Ten. We're not committed to any particular format, Sankey said. Still trying to play the good cop. We're not committed to anything. With conversations among the college football playoff leaders about format having to appear to splinter off to just the 4 power conference commissioners, a 16-team model looms as the most likely for the future of the sport. Sankey remains non-committal on how the SEC thinks that should work as college football enters the final year of its current postseason format. The most discussed model has been one where the Big Ten and the SEC would get 4 automatic bids each, and the ACC and the Big 12 2 each. But Sankey stressed that the so-called 4-4-2-2-1-3 model, which distributes 1 automatic bid to the non-power leagues and 3 available at-large bids, 1 potentially for Notre Dame if it falls within the seeding threshold, has not been decided on in his room, the Southeastern Conference room. We'll see how that conversation manifests itself this week. And we'll look a little bit more deeply at different ideas, Sankey said, which will put me at some point in a better position to answer those questions. Sankey did dive into some traits in the college football playoff system that he'd like to see, including a prioritization of the regular season and games like Nebraska recently canceled series with Tennessee, while keeping postseason hopes alive for a swath of teams deep into the season. These are the breadcrumbs. In my belief, these are the breadcrumbs that Greg Sankey is leaving. I think the word hope is at the center too, Sankey said. How do you bring people into the conversation late in the season in a changing environment? And so the idea of could you have play-in type games continues to populate itself before you're in the college football playoff selection. That's about building interest and giving hope. Whether that's the ultimate destination, we'll see. Now, there's more to the article. We will provide a link in the description box below the video. You can read the whole article. Greg Sankey. Look, the two models seem to be the two models that are probably at the top of the list is the 5+11 in a 16-team playoff. 5 automatic bids plus 11 at-large bids. And then, of course, the 4-4-2-2-1-3. You know, there's a lot of advantages for the Southeastern Conference to just put their support behind the 5+11. There were reports late last night from Brandon Marcello of 247 Sports. According to his reporting, the 5+11 models was introduced as new ideas, as ideas that the Big 12 and the ACC would support. But Greg Sankey, you know, there's advantages for that for the SEC. They might get more teams into the playoffs if it was a 5+11 versus the 4-4-2-2-1-3. I think the models over the last 10 years would show that the Southeastern Conference would actually get more teams in the playoffs for the next 10 years than less if they go to the 5+11. But if they do that, if they put support, if Sankey and the athletic directors put support towards the 5+11, then you can kiss that ninth conference game probably goodbye for the SEC. You can kiss away the play-in games that the SEC could have if it was a 4-4-2-2-1-3 model. And of course, what about that cross-scheduling, potential scheduling agreement with the Big Ten down the road? That would probably go away as well, because if it's 5+11, those non-conference games become a whole lot more risky than versus the 4-4-2-2-1-3 model. Advantages, disadvantages. We here at PATC have reported that the SEC, in those advisory groups, the SEC coaches, they want those 4 auto bids. The athletic directors want the 4 auto bids because they want those play-in games. They want the ninth conference game. They want more money for their athletic programs in the Southeastern Conference. Let me know, which way do you think this is going to go? I think Pete Thamel believes, maybe I'm wrong, but I think those breadcrumbs are leaning Sankey towards one direction, that 4-4-2-2-1-3 model. But my goodness, the Big 12 and the ACC are pushing back. Again, put down your thoughts and comments in the comments section below the video. Until next time, from all of us at PATC to all of you, please, you all take great care of each other. Thank you so very much.